of rock there is Mars Hill, the famous site where the Apostle Paul gave all his famous teachings from whilst he was here in Athens.
Mars Hill, where this St. Paul delivered his amazing preaching. Okay, we're approaching Mars Hill, where St. Paul delivered his great messages.
Okay, so this is Mars Hill, where Paul gave all his teachings from whilst he was here in Athens, incarcerated by the Romans.
Going up to Mars Hill, this is where St. Paul probably would have come up.
Literally walking in his footsteps.
Yeah, literally walking in the Apostles' footsteps. Wow, that's amazing. He would have been preparing what to say in his mind and his heart as he came up here with all the Stoics. Wow. Probably hasn't changed much.
That is an amazing sight.
Yeah. So according to this at the summit of the Mars Hill, this is where St. Paul would have preached from chapter 17 and the Acts of the Apostles, and preaching to the Stoics and all the wise people. And of the learning of the day, he preached the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ from the dead.
For in him we live and move and have our being. As certain also of your own poets have said, his offspring. For as much then as we are the offspring of God, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone, graven by the art of man's device. Acts 17:28 and 29, where the Apostle Paul would have delivered that testimony from this exact.
We're on Mars Hill, as Dale has just read. This is where the Apostle Paul delivered his message to the wise and to the Stoics of the day, and he preached the gospel to them. He talked about the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ from among the dead, which was a transforming message, and the people were perplexed by it, and they asked him to continue to speak in this city, and this is where Paul preached the gospel and the Corinthian church was planted. Fantastic. And that's what Paul would have been looking at in his heyday. Would have been up the on the top where all those buildings we've just looked at.